here. We don't want to lose those. Alright. Man, oh man, oh man. Are we in for a rude one here, Bo? Alright. So, as you guys know, I posted this on my community tab. Well, what this is what I thought was a supporter of mine. You know, and she has been there from the very beginning, you know, and there are some good things, you know, that I could say about Miss Beehive. You know, when Rowdy got hit from the deer, you know, she was one of the first people to reach out to me. And she basically tried to get me lined up with some guy, you know, that would have fixed the truck for a pretty good, you know, pretty good price. At least, you know, what I thought. I've never got a price, but I do firmly believe, that it was most definitely for a good price, you know, somewhat reasonable price, I'm sure. You know, I've never thought that Miss Beehive or her husband or anybody that, you know, she associates herself with, you know, have ever been bad people. I don't think that they're bad people. But I will say this. I do think that she has a problem with being accepted. I think that she has this notion in her mind that there are people that just don't like her, or people have an issue with her. You know, we have went back and forth just a little bit in these comments. And I mean, she did say that she does feel that we have an issue with her, but, you know, I'm here to tell you, if there's any issue to be had, I mean, you will be the first to know about it. I'm not one person to hold back on anything. I'm not anybody to, you know, hold back my thoughts on people, or I'm not gonna, you know, whatever, man. I'm not gonna do that shit. You know, if I got a fucking problem with you, I'm gonna tell you I got a problem with you, and that's just how it goes. That's how it's always gonna go. That's how it's always gonna be. But I will say, you know, so she made this post, and it was my first live back, man, in however long, dude. It's been a long time, but it was my first live back, and she apparently thought that there was some type of a problem with her, which I have yet to figure out. But so I had asked Miss Vicky. I said, "Hey, Miss Vicky," I said, "if you would, could you please give me a call, you know, at the end of this live? You know, I got something I want to talk to you about." So Miss Beehive goes and takes it upon herself to think that it has any fucking thing that's pertaining to her, which it's not. I don't know why you would even, I don't know where you would even form this thought to think that, no offense, but to think that you are important enough for me to just want to talk bad about you for no reason. And especially on the first live of being back. That makes no sense to me whatsoever. That live was not about you. It was not really about anybody. It wasn't about anybody, period. It was just me wanting to get on and say what's up to my people, you know? Say what's up to the chat. Just kind of cut it up, you know? Talk with Rich Newbuck. Talk with Joe Barron. You know? Talk with Eisman. You know? Those type of people, man. You know, Rusty Truck come up on a live. Shout out to Rusty. You know? It's so crazy, man, that you would think that anybody would have a problem with you. And if you go and you comment in somebody's shit, or you go and you know, you're in somebody's chat or whatever, and they don't respond to you, I would say probably 9 times out of 10, it's because they didn't see it. You know, it's just because there's more fucking people than just you in there. There's a lot of chance that they didn't get to see your comment. You know, I'll tell you right now, I'm in Dad's live all the time, and I'll drop these banging ass comments, and Dad will miss them, and I'll be like, fuck, God, man, he missed the comment. But you know what, dude? It happens. Like, it happens. It's not intentional. It's not on purpose. It's not anybody throwing shots at you. It's not anything like that. You know, and not that it's any of your fucking business, but the reason that I wanted to have Miss Vicky call me, and Miss Vicky can vouch for this, is because there is somebody that I genuinely care about, okay, that is dealing with something. I'm not going to go into detail of what, but Miss Vicky has a very broad medical background, okay? So I put my faith and my trust in Miss Vicky to give me some information, what her advice would be, therefore, for this person that I care about, for this person that I specifically wanted to talk about. That's why I wanted Miss Vicky to contact me after the live. Not because of Miss Beehive, not because of any fucking body else. It's because of somebody that I cared about, and Miss Vicky has a fucking background in something. And Miss Vicky had advice for me for somebody that I care about. So that's what it was about. Not that that's any of your fucking business, but that's what it's about. You know, also, I see you in these comments, and you're like, yeah, you know, you're just going to get on here and just drag my name through the mud, and no, I'm not. I'm not doing none of that, because I'll be honest with you, I don't really have a lot bad to say about you. I really don't. I don't have a lot bad to say about you, but I will say this. I think that you get in your head a lot. I think that you think that people have a fucking problem with you when they don't. I think that you build this fucking image of somebody in your head, and then you find it to a point where it's okay with you in your head, so then you start projecting that out towards people. So it's, in reality, man, you know, you're looking at everybody else like they're the fucking bad guy, and like they got shit to say about you, and like they're just talking bad about you, and so on and so forth. But in reality, you're the one talking shit about everybody else, because you've got this image of everybody. And I get it. You know, I get it. Look, I don't trust fucking nobody. I totally get it. And I'm not saying you gotta trust anybody. Don't fucking trust me. I don't trust nobody neither. So trust me, I get it. But not everybody's out to get you, dude. Not everybody's out to fucking drag your name through the mud. Not everybody's out to fucking hurt your feelings. Not everybody's out to try to get dirt on you. Like, dude, it was my first fucking live back. It was my first live back. That had nothing to do with a Miss Beehive or anything. They had nothing to do with none of that. But you made it about you. And you made it about you for a fucking medical reason of a concern that I had with somebody else. You know, and then to speak on the shit from before, the people I'm talking about, you know, you had a problem with Rusty Truck because he didn't call your comment out in his live. You've had a problem with Rich Newbuck, and you know, because you think that he's seen that you said he was a fucking flip-flop for being on AD's panel. Rich doesn't give a fuck. Rich doesn't care. Okay? Rich is not that easily offended. Okay? I'm not gonna say there ain't shit that can't bother Rich. I'm just saying that Rich is not that easily offended. So what you said really doesn't matter. And yes, that is your opinion. But when you start voicing opinions about people, that gives people the right to start voicing opinions about you. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to voice my opinion about you. You've had a problem with Rusty Truck. You've had a problem with Rich Newbuck. You've had a problem with Nikki Straight. You've had a problem with Vicky Newman. You've had a problem with Miss Jasmine. You've had a problem with Mama Payday. Now you have a problem with me. Now you have a problem with Mrs. Powerstroke. Do you see what the fucking common denominator is here? You see what it is? Is it that hard to see? I don't think it is. You know? Miss Beehive, man, I just gotta tell you, dude, I'm honestly just disappointed. You know, if you don't support me after this, that's totally fine. I'm okay with that. You know, to be honest with you, I don't want fucking two-faced people supporting me anyways. Okay? And that's exactly what you look like you are to me, especially in this moment. And if you think that I'm not going to speak my mind, if you think that I'm not going to tell you how I feel about you, you're wrong. You're fucking wrong in all ways. And that's you will always be wrong. I'm not afraid to speak my mind on anybody. Anybody. And that includes you. There's no reason that I would never not need to say your name. Never. And that's just what the reality of it is. That's what the reality is. You think people got a problem with you, man. People don't have a problem with you, but you're making a problem with everybody else for them to have a problem with you. It doesn't make much sense. You don't want problems with nobody, or you want to bitch about having problems with people, or people having problems with you, but you're the only fucking one creating the problem. You know, I know you expected me to get on here and just absolutely fucking dog you, dude, but I have nothing to dog you with. I've not ever even fucking in the slightest tried to look into you to dog you for anything. I don't have any reason to. I don't have the motivation to want to go after Miss Beehive. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. I thought Miss Beehive was a good person. I thought Miss Beehive's husband was a good person. I thought the people that Miss Beehive had recommended me to was good people. You know? That's what I thought. I've never had the fucking mindset of wanting to go in on Miss Beehive. Matter of fact, dude, I've got more good things to say about you than bad, if I'm being honest. I really do. And that's just what it is. You know, you were there. You were the one that fucking got me in on the Discord, right? With fucking Shoddy and all them people, you know? You were the one that did that. Shout out to you for that. I appreciate that. But for you to build this notion in your mind that somebody just has something, you know, that somebody just has a fucking problem with you, like, that don't get you nowhere. That don't get you nowhere at all, dude, but absolutely fucking disliked. That don't get you anywhere, you know? And I have actually been sitting back and I've been looking at this shit. I looked at the shit with Nikki Straight. I looked at the shit with, you know, with fucking Rich Newbuck. I looked at the shit with Rusty Truck. You know, the Mama Payday thing I wasn't too involved with. The Vicky Newman thing I wasn't really too involved with. I see that you dropped all of her messages with, which, you know, I see that you dropped all of her messages, which, you know, I'll be honest with you, that's just kind of weak to me. You know, that's weak as fuck to me. You know, that sounds like some shit that Johnny Gobble would do. But, you know, whatever. Yeah, man, that sounds like some shit Johnny Gobble would do. Posting people's messages, man. I don't understand that. So, like I said, man, you're the only person that's building this path of hate for yourself. Nobody has had any issue with you. I mean, at least not to my knowledge. I mean, if they have, then fucking speak up in the comments. If anybody's had an issue with Miss Beehive, speak up in the comments and let her know that you got an issue. All this subliminal shit. You know, when you made that post about me, Miss Beehive, you didn't even have the decency to tag me, dude. You didn't even have the decency to tag me, and it had to get told to me by somebody else. All because I went live after not being live for so long. You had to fucking make a post, and you didn't even have the decency to tag me. And then you tried to claim that I was saying something that I wasn't. You know? And if you're pertaining to people aren't who they say they are, you're absolutely fucking right. They're not. And I'm gonna tell you firsthand, that had nothing to do with you. Not a fucking thing to do with you, dude, because I thought you were solid. I thought you were solid, but apparently you have insecurities within yourself to think that you're not solid enough to be fucking recognized by me or anybody that has anything to do with me or anything like that. So apparently you don't think you're solid enough. Apparently your insecurities are in the way of that. I thought you were solid. Just how it goes, man. Yeah, who I was talking about had nothing to fucking do with you. Nothing to do with you at all. It's a shame, man. It really is. It's a shame. I hate that, man. I don't know. Miss Beehive, I ain't got no reason to want to go in on you. I ain't got no reason to want to fucking drag your name through the mud. You know, whatever. If you want to come at me and you want to drag my name through the mud, then we can go that route. If you really want to. That's fine. I'm not really wanting to, but if you want to, that's totally fine. But again, I didn't have a problem with you up until this point. And the reason that I do have a problem with you is because you made this post about me on the first fucking live of me coming back to YouTube, dude. And then you somehow made it about yourself. Like, you're crazy. You're fucking crazy. I'm not here to hurt your feelings, Miss Beverly. I'm not here to hurt your feelings. Okay? I don't want to hurt your feelings. I thought you were good people, man. I'm highly disappointed in what I see. I'm highly disappointed in what I see. You know, back when you had a problem with Nikki Straight, you associated that problem with everybody else then, too. You know what you did to me back then, Miss Beehive? You removed me off your Instagram. You blocked me, you deleted me, you did all that shit. I didn't do anything wrong. Because somebody had something else, because you had a problem with somebody and they knew me, or they were associated me, or something like that, then you just cut, you just cut me off. You know what I mean? Like, that's the type of shit I'm talking about. You get in your head, and you think that people are after you. You think that people have a fucking problem with you, but you're the only person making the problem for yourself, man. Miss Beehive, you need to get your bees in a row. Get the shit situated, man. Get it figured out. Quit thinking everybody's fucking against you. It's sad. It's fucking sad, and I'll be honest with you, man. You're making yourself look really bad. You're making yourself look really, really, really bad. Best of luck to you. You can hate on me. You can love me. You can appreciate this video. You can dislike this video. I'll be honest with you. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I really don't. You can fucking take this as an attack, which I'm sure you probably will. You've taken every fucking thing that hasn't been about you as an attack. So why wouldn't you take something that is about you as an attack? I mean, I don't know. It's fucking weird. And it's kind of crazy. You know, thank you for everything that you've done in the past for me, Miss Beehive. Thank you for recommending me to that guy to try to get Rowdy fixed at that point in time. I do appreciate that. Thank you for the Discord messages. Tell your husband I said hello. I don't really have a problem with either one of you, but I don't like what you're doing. I don't like the fact that you're, out here thinking everybody's just talking about you. I don't like that, man. It's honestly annoying as fuck. It just kind of makes me not want to fuck with you or anybody else. So, I don't know. Tell your husband I said hi. Thank that guy, that you were going to recommend me to as far as the truck goes. Yeah, man, and best of luck to you, man. Best of luck to you. I don't want to see anything bad happen to you. I don't want to see nobody drag your name through the mud. I don't want to see nobody beat you up online or in person or none of that shit. I don't want to see none of that, man. None of that. I think you guys are really good people. I think you guys are really good people, for real. But I do think that you get in your head a lot, and I think that you think that everybody has a fucking problem with you. And I don't know if it's just something within yourself, that you try to find a problem with everybody else and then justify it within your own mind to have a problem with them. To the point that you voice it to an extent that somebody can catch a little bit of your subliminal. You know what I mean? But that's what it looks like to me. That's exactly what it looks like to me. So, hey man, best of luck to you. I'm sorry that I had to make this video. I really didn't want to make this video, but I gotta do what I gotta do, man. I can't just sit here and let people fucking think that I'm running my mouth about them. If I'm gonna run my mouth about you, dude, I'm gonna fucking talk about you. And I'm gonna tell you who I'm talking about. I mean, if it's anybody that I am talking about, you're gonna fucking know that I'm talking about you, dude. I've never hid that. I've never held that back. I'm not really worried about it. So I don't know, man. Best of luck, Ms. Beehive. Tell your husband I said hello. And quit thinking that everybody has a fucking problem with you. I don't know if there's any redeemable shit after this, but, there's been many instances where you've done this exact thing. So, I don't know if there's anything redeemable for you in that aspect, but I will say I do wish you the best. And I don't want people to hate on you, man. I'm not trying to fucking throw dirt on your name. I'm just trying to put shit in light for what it is. So, with that being said, shout out to you guys. I love you guys, man. All my day ones. Shout out to Miss Vicky, dude. She is a fucking day one. For real, dude. She has been there since the very beginning. That woman has helped me out through a lot. That woman has fucking given me a lot of advice. Shout out to Miss Vicky, man. I love you. And I love the rest of y'all, man. Thank you guys. We're out of here, baby.